Maybe the Skibbity got Riz Sigma grind set only in Ohio was the friends we made along the way. What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to Rank Everything, the show where we rank everything. I'm your host Ryan, and today, recommended by Tank Stubbs, we have which common Clash Royale card would be able to beat Elden Ring. We're going to be doing this one a little bit differently. I'm actually going to be dividing this up into parts. So this first part is from the start of the game all the way to the end of Stormveil Castle, which is like, it's the first boss dungeon in the game. So that's where this is going up to. So our categories for today are does not make it out of the tutorial. This is a character where they get to they go through the church, they fight the Grafted Scion, die, respawn, and they cannot make it through the Cave of Knowledge. They get to the Soldier of Godric, and they just can't. From there, we have thinks you have to fight the Tree Sentinel. These are characters who they get to where the first step is. They see the Tree Sentinel, and they think they have to beat it in order to progress. Then we have can't get past Margit. These are characters who, they make it to Margit, they try to fight him, and then they just can't beat Margit. He's just too tough for them. And then we have took the front gate of Stormveil. These are characters who they beat Margit, but then they make the mistake of taking the front gate through Stormveil, and they get met with all that stuff right there. And then the lions and the archers and all the dudes everywhere, and it's just a nightmare. And then finally we have out freaks Godric. These are characters who they make it all the way to Godric, and they beat him, and they're ready to progress to the next area. So we're going to jump right into it. But before I start, let me just say, I said in the last video, I would like to possibly hit 400 subscribers before the end of this year. We've only got 10 days left until the new year. It's just I'm just letting you all know what my goal is, and so that's why, if you enjoy this video, please, if you enjoy the videos on the channel and you're not subscribed, please subscribe, share this video with your friends, leave a like, all that really helps me out. So up first we have the archer lady girl. I feel like she'd do a really good job. I think she's very smart. She's using an archer build. I think she's very agile and that kind of thing. I think it's funny that I'm saying this for the first one. I think she out freaks Godric. I think she makes it all the way there and she beats him. Right. Let me just say for the rest of this thing, I have never played Clash Royale before. I just know some of these characters from ads, and because I did play Clash of Clans, so like some of the really, really familiar faces I'm going to recognize, but most of this is new to me. So I'm not going to know card names. I'm just going to be judging them based on what they look like. This one just appears to be an arrow storm of some sort. And so, do I think, is it a sentient arrow storm, or is it just like a one-time use thing? We're going to give it the benefit of that. We're going to say it's a sentient arrow storm. And because, we've got sentient balls in Elden Ring. Some of some later game stuff that you see. We got sentient balls. So we can have sentient arrow storm. That's fine. And I think an arrow storm, just because it's an arrow storm, fucks. That also out freaks Godric. So we have the basic barbarian fighter dude. And this guy, I know from the ads that his whole thing is that he's kind of a dumbass. But he just loves fighting and stuff like that. And so I don't think he makes it out of the tutorial. I think he's gonna. No, actually, no. I'm not giving him. Let me give him a better shot. He would make it out of the tutorial because he's just a great fighter. I think he gets stuck on the Tree Sentinel. I think he gets stuck on the Tree Sentinel because he doesn't understand that you can just go around him. That's what I think. Okay, here we've got 3 bats. So my guess is that this card is like a swarm of bats. And bats, I don't really think bats are that strong. I think they'd make it past the tutorial. I think they'd be smart enough to go around the Tree Sentinel, but you have to, if you're trying to do Stormveil, you have to fight Margit. I don't think they get past Margit. I don't think they make it past Margit. Let's see. Then we've got a skeleton with a bomb. He's like the skeleton bomber. I think I remember this guy. So a skeleton bomber. I mean, explosives and bombs are pretty damn good in a game like Elden Ring. So I think, I mean, he's got the goggles on. He knows about safety. He understands that he could go blind even though he has no eyes. So I think he makes it past the tutorial. I think he would be smart enough to get past the Tree Sentinel. I think he could make it past Margit. Yeah, I think he out-freaks Godric. I think he would be smart enough to know. I think so. Here we have just a cannon. So, sentient cannon. Let's see. I mean, the cannon would make it past the tutorial. I think the cannon would fight the Tree Sentinel and win. That's what I think. And then, let's see, can't get past Margit. No, I think it fucks on Margit. Hell, I think this one goes all the way, too. I think it would go through the front gate and win. Okay. I have no idea what this thing is. It looks like it has something to do with lightning, though. So lightning stuff is pretty cool in a game like Elden Ring. Definitely there. For all that. So if we're just assuming that he's like a really powerful lightning character, probably not really powerful. It's a common card, so he's just a semi-powerful lightning character. He barely makes it past the tutorial. He doesn't look like I don't think he's a dumbass, so I don't think he gets stuck on the Tree Sentinel. I'm gonna say he gets stuck on Margit because Margit is really fast, and I don't know if the lightning stuff takes time to charge up. But Margit's not going to give you the time you need really to charge up a bunch of different spells. Like he'll definitely capitalize, and especially whenever you get to his second phase and he becomes much more aggressive, and he busts out the throwing knife attacks and stuff like that. So this one looks like the barbarian with a helmet on, which would make him tougher. So with that being said, I'm gonna upgrade him, and I'm gonna say that he fights the Tree Sentinel and wins. I'm gonna say he gets past Margit, but I'm gonna say that he took the front gate of Stormville. He gets like stuck on the front gate, like he freaking walks in and just like everything that's in there, because it's like none of those enemies are difficult to fight one-on-one, but you have to fight them all at the same time, and that's a nightmare. Here we have a little dude who looks like he's a piece of coal with like a hat on. But he's a fire type kind of thing, so fire's very good in Elden Ring. I don't think he'd have much trouble at all. So, I mean, he definitely made it out of the tutorial. He looks like he's smart enough to go past the Tree Sentinel. I think he'll get stuck on Margit just because I just don't think he's got enough firepower to deal with someone like that. Here we got another archer lady, but I don't know what's different about her. I mean, she's got a headband on. Is that like a crossbow she's got, or like a more automatic kind of bow? If that's the case, then she definitely outfreaks Godric. Okay, here we got our first goblin. There's a bunch of different goblins, and I know like the whole stereotype is that the goblins are obsessed with gold, which is just like a stereotype across all fantasy stuff, sort of. So it looks like he's got 2 knives and a crazy ass look on his face. So I think he gets stuck on the Tree Sentinel because he's going to walk out through the first step and he's going to see the Tree Sentinel's solid gold armor and he's just going to be obsessed. He's going to think he has to have it, so he's going to get stuck on the Tree Sentinel. Here we have just a regular goblin. Devious look on his face. No knives, though. Something about it makes me feel like this one is smarter than the other guy. But he doesn't look like he has any sort of fighting capability, so I'm going to say he gets I'm going to say he gets stuck on Margit. Here we have a little ice guy. So, once again, ice is really good. Frostbite. When you apply Frostbite to an enemy, you just make it so that they take more damage in general, but then you can also... It's sort of like poison where when you inflict Frostbite on an enemy, they just take a bunch of damage. Like, it's very similar to poison and bleed. Or not poison. Poison moth flight. Because poison moth flight, you apply poison to somebody, and if you attack them with poison moth flight again, you make them explode, and poison does a lot of damage, which is very similar to bleed. So it all goes back to bleed. So dealing frostbite to an enemy causes them to take a lot of damage very quickly. And so, hell, I think he outfreaks Godric if he's doing stuff like that. I don't know who this guy is, but he looks very happy, very proper. Big mustache. He's got chainmail on, probably some like sort of chest plate armor. That looks like maybe a sword or a lance that he's got. So I'm going to say that this guy is probably very tough, trained very well. So he definitely makes that a tutorial. He's going to be smart enough to know to not fight the Tree Sentinel. The question is, do I think he could beat Margit? He does not look like he'd even want to fight Margit. It looks like he'd want to like talk it out or something. I don't know. I mean, with that armor and a sword, I think he's going to be good with Margit. Then, yeah, I think he makes it all the way to Godric. That's what I'm going to say. I don't know what these things are, but they look like gargoyles or demons or something like that, and they look evil. And this one's like this one's like a swarm of them. And so I think these ones are definitely going to be more formidable than the bats were, which is why, if they can, so do I think they'd make it past the front gate? They look like they're intelligent. They make it all the way to Godric. All right, now we just got just one of them, but my assumption is that since he's by himself, he's probably stronger than these three are. So yeah, he also makes it to Godric. That's what I'm saying. All right, this thing looks like a mortar cannon, because it's shorter and it's aimed way up high. So it's the sentient mortar cannon. So the issue with something like the mortar cannon is that mortars are very long range. They're very long range things. But the problem with most of these enemies that you're going to be fighting is that you have to be you got to be pretty up close to them unless you're going to be like Margit. When you get into Margit's arena, Margit is never more than 50 feet away from you, and you're not going to have time to aim at him. He doesn't stand still. I mean, yeah, I think he gets stuck on Margit. I don't know who these people are, but it looks like the archer lady, but she's just got green hair, and there's this big dude in the background. I don't know what their thing is. But this girl's got an eye patch. Actually, I think they both got eye patches, just on either opposite eyes. And does that guy just have no eyes at all? I don't know. It's kind of weird. Okay. I don't know who these people are, but they do look tough. So I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt, and I'm going to say that they out-freak Godric. What the fuck is this thing? That looks like a nose. I feel like I remember this sort of thing. It's like a box of goblins that you can just drop at any point on the field and have them go fight. Isn't that what that is? I don't remember. But I mean, if it's a sentient box, I'm going to be honest, I don't think this one's making it out of the tutorial. Alright, look at this smug son of a bitch. Alright, big beard. Smug ass look on his face. Looks like he's got a cannon mounted on his shoulder. I don't know who this guy is, but he fucks. Next up we've got more knights, all wearing buckets on their heads, but they can't see. They're all armed with spears. Unless they can see. I don't know where their eyes are, I guess. There's 3 of them, which... Margit is a bitch when you fight him with help, so they definitely make it past Margit. But I don't think they're going to be smart enough to not go through the front gate at Stormvale. Right. Okay. Is this thing literally just a boom, like an exploding barrel attached to some balloons? If that's the case, then that's fucking crazy. But whatever. I mean, okay. So let's see. The thing with a sentient barrel that floats on some balloons. Hell, he could just float over the top of everything, and he could just land right in Godric's fucking arena. Yeah, freaks. Okay, we've got what looks like some. These are either skeleton dogs or these are skeleton dinosaurs. These are skeletons of some sort. It's actually our first skeleton unit. I'm surprised that these guys are coming before the regular skeletons are. So dogs are already crazy vicious in a game like Elden Ring. I'd really be interested to see how a pack of dogs would do against most of the bosses. I know there's a video out there that I could watch that shows that. But with that being said, I mean, a pack of dogs are so vicious, and they just fuck so much. I mean, they'd out freak Godric, no doubt in my mind. A regular skeleton, just one skeleton with a sword. So skeletons are routinely difficult to kill and to fight in the Dark Souls series in general. I mean, I guess there are probably a lot. I mean, they are a lot easier in Elden Ring. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna say he gets bodied by Margit. All right, and next up we've got Snowball, just a sentient snowball. So it would probably inflict like ice, or it would probably inflict frostbite. It'd probably do a lot of damage. Yeah, I think it makes it all the way. Alright, why do all the goblins have the most evil looks on their faces? Like this dude looks like he's about to commit a crime, but he's just got this smug look on his face. He's got a spear. So do I think an evil goblin with a spear would be able to beat Elden Ring, or at least get through Stormvale Castle? I mean, look at that fucking face he's making, dude. Let's see. So he definitely makes it out of the tutorial. I think it's the same as this guy. I think he's gonna see the Tree Sentinel's golden armor, and he's not gonna be able to stop himself. Okay, next up we've got. This looks like a lightning tower of some sort, where like you get close to it and it shoots lightning at you. So imagine what that would be like if the tower was alive and could move around. It would just shoot lightning at you. That's fucking crazy. Out freaks. And then finally we've got this image suggests that it's like lightning in a bottle, or it's like a potion you take and it gives you lightning attacks. So if we operate under the assumption that this is a living bottle of lightning juice, maybe it like uncorks itself and just shoots lightning at somebody and fucking destroys them. Question is, do I think that a bottle of lightning juice is strong and is smart enough to not fight something like that? It does make it out of the tutorial. I think that's a definite. I think it knows that you wouldn't have to fight the Tree Sentinel, but I think it would still do it and win anyway. Then Margit. I'm not sure with Margit. I think this thing fucks by sheer force of will, because I think it would definitely take the front gate and still win. And I think it would definitely fuck Godric. Let's see. If we assume that it summons Rajay and has Rajay fight with him, I think it would win. So yeah, we're gonna say it makes it all the way to Godric. Okay. But here you have it. This was part 1 of which common Clash Royale card could beat Elden Ring. So this was all the way through Stormvale Castle. So this is our official ranking for which Clash Royale common cards would be able to make it through Stormvale Castle in Elden Ring. We'll be back with part 2 the next time that a video happens. If you all enjoyed this video, turn the subscribe button into a comment card or some shit. I don't know. Leave a like on this video so that YouTube will recommend more. Share this video with your friends. And, as always, leave a comment down below letting me know what ranking you want to see next. Can't be anything. Channel is called Rank Everything. Until next time, have a good one.